I caught up with Dr. Coburn last fall in Oklahoma City and again just last week in Washington, the day President Obama delivered his State of the Union address.
The state of our union is getting stronger.
The fact is the State of the Union stinks right now.
Subtlety has never been Tom Coburn's style. In his 14 years in Congress, Coburn's earned a reputation as a maverick who's willing to fight any bill he thinks is wasting taxpayer dollars. The list includes everything from the infamous Bridge to Nowhere to funding for breast cancer research.
The difference is they're seeing what they see in their life, and I'm seeing how do we best do research in the country.
And Medicare.
Any politician that stands up and says we're not going to touch your Medicare is a liar.
On Capitol Hill, they call him Dr. No.
I'm pretty blunt, straight to the point, not a whole lot of finesse, and I tend to see things black and white.
And what Tom Coburn sees now is nothing short of disaster.
In the next 2 years, our country's going to be consumed, absolutely consumed with debt. We're bankrupt. We're getting ready to have a debt crisis, and nobody's working on it. We're 2 years away from being Greece, and nobody is talking about that.
Coburn's calling card has always been his willingness to offend both Democrats and Republicans. But with the nation's skyrocketing debt and the failure of the supercommittee, Congress, or the president to hammer out a solution, his frustration may be at an all-time high.
We have all the capability to solve every problem we have, and we have none of the leadership in our key offices in this country to do that.
Where is our judicial system?
2011 was a pivotal year for Oklahoma's junior senator. Last summer, as the debt crisis threatened to shut down the federal government, Tom Coburn of Muskogee, Oklahoma, emerged as an unlikely hero.
This plan offers the American people
His back-in-black proposal, slashing $8 trillion from the deficit while also raising $1 trillion in new revenue, was hailed by many as a step toward responsible government. Newsweek called him the man of the hour. The New York Times gushed he was the Lady Gaga of fiscal conservatives. And the president frequently drops his name.
And my Republican friend Tom Coburn is right. Washington should stop subsidizing millionaires.
But on the other side of the aisle, Coburn's willingness to raise taxes as well as cut spending outraged some of his most ardent fans.
I was mad at both of you last week.
A Tea Party protests against you. What did you think about that?
I kind of took it in stride.
Coburn says compromise is simply a fact of life in Washington.
If there were 60 Tom Coburns in the Senate, I could have my way. There aren't.
And at the time of this interview, last October, he was still optimistic the tide would turn.
If we get past the next 2 or 3 years, I think we can fix this.
Today, those hopes may have dimmed, but Tom Coburn's determination hasn't. While the rest of Washington is caught up in presidential politics,
there has nobody that has rung my bell yet.
Coburn is renewing his focus on the issue he believes will make or break this country, the deficit. The huge debt clock that hangs in his front office used to sit out in the hallway. The Senate Ethics Committee made him move it inside.
Professional.
But no one can make Oklahoma's junior senator stop sounding the warning bell. Tom Coburn has 4 years left in Washington. He has no intention of going quietly.
I don't want to be civil if our country's going to crash on the rocks. I want to have a vigorous, cantankerous debate about the issues and the facts, and I want it to be out there.
Well, certainly Senator Coburn's latest decision on funding for the 9/11 memorial is generating vigorous debate tonight. But he's doing more than just blocking bills. While Coburn wouldn't give any specifics, he told me his gang of 6 is back at work, and he's hoping Congress will not wait until the end of the year to make the budget cuts they agreed to last summer.
Did you see this?